show for you this week. We have Coach Paul Weir here of the Mexico Lobos and the Bossman Show, Don Young, and we also have my Warriors beat writer come on the show. And Coach Weir out there in New Mexico. Coach, tell me, how hot is it out there in Albuquerque right now, man?
It's not too bad, man. We got a little desert. We have a little elevation. It cools down at night. We've had a little rain lately, so I feel.
Now, Coach, you want to from your in-state rival across state New Mexico. I know it's a big opportunity for you, Coach, but for me, I want to Tennessee State. Go back and go over to the Volunteers. So, Coach, how was it for you in your mind deciding to come over to Mexico, take over the Lobos, and lead them, and now be a low going for and get you guys where?
An unusual situation for sure. Obviously it was a lot of time, especially for their rival, but it was just an opportunity that I just couldn't pass up. It's an amazing school with terrific upside. It was just something I just couldn't say no to.
Now, Coach, what was about New Mexico, the administration along with the city of Albuquerque that kind of resonated with you and your fans, make you decide to take this opportunity?
Really just, there's a lot of factors here that make it, just really a sleeping giant. There's been some periods in the past where it's really been rolling. The fan support, the arena, the size of the city without a professional sports team, really has a lot of same characteristics of really premier, college basketball programs. And I think as long as we do the right thing and build this thing the right way, we have the potential to have national programs as well. So, to take over a program like this is really just beyond my wildest dreams. I'm grateful to have it. Just going to do everything I can to make it the best it can be.
And Coach, when it comes to recruiting, I love that. What kind of guys you want to bring into your program, Coach? And also, let's look at your program instead of pass up, Coach. You can get JUCOs, high school grad transfers. I mean, Coach, you have a lot of options because, like you said, you're kind of the big thing town. You're in a town that's kind of urban as well. Guys, I think you can do. Kids want that, and they also, like I say, play well for you. They can get seen in a nice conference, a nice, good mid-major conference. And possibly your conference can get 2 or 3 bids based on RPIs, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man, it's an amazing job. It's a great city. It's very recruit. We've pretty much hit on almost all the recruits we've got so far. We've got some really highly rated kids. Like you said, we can do it a lot of different ways. Transfers, some traditional transfers, some junior college kids. So, we're looking at it every way we can, trying to find the best players we can. And I think once we get them we have, it makes life a lot easier on the recruiting front.
So, Coach, when your squad takes the field, give us kind of a preview of what style are you thinking that you're going to be able to play with the guys that you have now that you're inheriting, and then maybe what style you want to play with these or bring into the program through the different avenues that JR just mentioned moving forward?
Yeah, our goal is to play low here with a high elevation, which kind of reduces the oxygen levels. And I think as your training gets used to that, it allows us, and it gives an efficient to use that in the style we want to play. So they're up and down. Our team currently lacks a little bit of size, which also lends itself to trying to play very up tempo. And that's just the way I coach. The way I coached last year, the way I want to coach with this year's team. Very pressure-oriented defensively and play very fast on offense. Be able to use the three-point shot and just have an exciting brand of basketball, not only for recruiting to play top players, but also for the fans to make sure they want to come out and watch a good product. Are we going to be able to be the absolute fastest, most up-tempo team can be day one this year? I don't know, but that's definitely what we're aiming towards, and we're going to push the needle that way as far as we can.
We got Paul Weir here in the Boston. Coach, the Mexico Lobos out there in Albuquerque doing big things. Now, Coach, I'm curious about your non-conference scheduling, Coach. With you being in a pretty much a higher major conference, you can probably get guys to come play you, not have to always be on the road or do a 2-for-1 or play 3 to get 1 back. So I know the schedule's probably already done for you. How you about seeing games going forward? Do you want to test your guys early non-conference? Do you want to give them some wins? How do you want to attack it for your program as you build it there with the Lobos?
You always want to play the best teams you can, so you want to make it as competitive as possible. Each team, each year is going to probably have things, and trying to find a way to schedule that way to give yourselves the best chance of being the best team you can be. If that means you have a young team, I want to have you start early so they can, get some gains for later on. If it's a more vet team, you might want to take things slowly. There's a million ways to look at how you want to schedule. But for me, it's about just trying to be as competitive as absolutely possible. We're not here to necessarily schedule for wins as much as we are just trying to get better. And the only way to get better is to play the best. So, it was very good year. Most of it was done before I got here. But the intent would be to continue to do that every year.
So, Coach, JR behind the show here, JR is making fun of me now because he's telling me I got football on the brain. I just asked you, about your squad taking the field and not the court.
Yeah,
he's making fun of me, telling me I got football on the brain.
It's like SEC football immediately, man. I think everybody's thinking about it, man.
Well, when I started with the show, I started off as the fantasy football guy, okay? So that's how I started with JR. So I'm just going back to my roots, man.
There you go.
So just wanted to touch on your time in Toronto, growing up there.
Yep.
What made you choose basketball as that path over, hockey, which is very popular up north?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shoot, it was good enough. I played hockey up until about 14, 15, and in Canada that you're going to become a professional player or not. And I kind of segued into basketball, fell in love with it, played it, coached it. Was fortunate enough, this past month to go to Egypt with the Canadian, junior national team, and we were able to win gold medal there, which was really cool. So, being a part of basketball, real explosion in Canada has been really fun. It's been fun to see. I've been very fortunate to kind of be a recipient of it and recruiting and coaching, and hopeful that we're going to continue to grow and make basketball in Canada very special.
So JR doesn't do cold weather. He would not provide north of the border. No, he called me one day, Coach. He lives on a hill in Nashville. He called me and told me it was wintertime and it had snowed and it was kind of icy on the hill. He told me he was locked in his house, by his own doing for like a week. He's like, I can't go down the hill, John. I don't know how to deal with the ice. So he was done. For a week, he was like, I'm done. I just called out work.
I tell you what, man, I haven't been back in a long time. I've lived in the state of Mexico for 10 years now. I don't know if I can go back to it either, to be honest with you.
It's tough. I'm up north in Cleveland. It gets cold. I spent like 3 weeks in Phoenix and Scottsdale area a couple years ago, and when I came back, it's like you just get used to that climate. It's the same climate every day. It's warm. You get used to it.
Yeah, no question, man. I mean, it's in Mexico because we are out in the desert. We will get a little bit of a winter, and it does get cooler at night. So it's not, man. You get down in that south and in Georgia and Florida, those summers, man, those are rough to deal with. But out here, you do have some nice cooler summers at times, which is good, and it's a good place to live. The state of New Mexico has been great to me. I've really enjoyed living here, and hopefully I can live here a lot longer.
And I'll follow this up. Who are some coaches who's really meant a lot to you professionally? Help you become the coach you are today? Who are some guys who you probably might not know? Look up to the kind of borrow from them to help you as you coach your teams and coach your team over the years as you begin coaching in this business. Like it's in Mexico right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I've had a lot of coaches that I've worked with, while I was not a head coach, kind of colleagues of mine that have been great to me. The three head coaches I had that guts to hire me. Mike McConaughey was my first head coach at Northwestern State University in Louisiana, and he took a chance on high Trump. Steve Alford at University of Iowa kind of hired me after that, and then Marvin Menzie hired me at New Mexico State. So I'm really thankful of those three for just giving me the opportunities that I had. And then there are literally, tens if not hundreds of other coaches that I've come across in my journey here that have been very influential to me, very impressionable on me and helped mold me into who I am today, and really, really thankful as well.
Well, Coach Weir, I would tell you what, man, we really enjoyed you having on the show. We look forward to again with you in the future, Coach. We're cheering for Lobos out there. We definitely just come close to Georgia or Tennessee or Ohio. I guarantee you, me and John show up there and support you, Coach.
I love it, man. I appreciate you getting on.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Have a great day, man.
All right, take care.
All right, folks, it's Paul Weir here on the Bossman Show. Thanks, Donald Young, out of the break. On the track.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back here to the Bossman Show. Let's talk to Paul Weir, Mexico. Now we got to talk to my friends, a personal friend of mine, and friend of the show, John and myself, my man, Donald Young, playing good, 50 in the world, ATP World Tour. We're sitting in Atlanta this week. Come up down to Atlanta Open. Land Station, come see him play, people. Get some tickets today. Holler at my man, DY. What's good, DY? How you feeling, bro?
I feel good, man. Glad to be back on the show, talking to you guys and hanging out.
I hear that, man. You told me you was up doing some world team tennis, man. How's that going for you? Are you playing well? You getting the wins? You getting them 5 points? How's it going, man?
Yeah, it's fun, man. Playing world team tennis is totally different. The scoring is different. It's just first to 4 points. There's no ad. It's only 5 games, and every game counts because it's cumulative over 5 sets. So the last couple of nights, they've come out big. I played Isner the first night, and I played Marty Fish last night. So it's been crazy.
Big service, man. But you are the big serve slayer, man. What you did in Memphis against Opelka, Isner, all them big serves you took down, you're the man.
Yeah, it's different when you have time, but it's not as long. It's tough, but it's always tough. You got to read it right. You got to take care of your serve, most importantly. But yeah, playing those guys are difficult, but you have to do it when you have to do it.
And just want to ask you, man, what has been the key to your success this year, man? Congrats on the year, man. You've been doing a great, hell of a job, man. What's been the success in your mind, the key factors to make you successful this year? Is it just maturity, committing more to your game, fitness? What has it been, man, and really take you to the level you are this year, man?
I think it's a combination of a lot of stuff. I think mentally I'm staying in the matches longer, competing better, playing more to my strengths. And the older I get, the more I'm realizing what I do well and don't do well, and just sticking to that. And when you can focus on the positives and not the negatives so much, it just gives yourself the best possible opportunity to win.
So, DY, to kind of spin off of that question, I just want to ask and get your sense of how gratifying it's been for you to have the success you've had this season, and kind of quiet down some of the naysayers who said maybe you needed a new voice in your camp, and it kind of vindicates your decision to have your parents coaching you and guiding your career?
Yeah, it's always great because first of all, you want to do well for yourself, and then, always in the back of your mind, you might have a little of those things. But for me, it was me first and foremost, and I thought I could always do it. So it was just a matter of, actually doing it and not just being a thought. So it's been great, and to do it consistently has been something I've been wanting to do, and I look forward to continuing that throughout the summer, which is a very important, most important time in the season for me. And yeah, I'm just happy to be, playing consistently well and competing and playing close to the way I feel I can play.
So, JR, I just want to jump in for 1 second, if you don't mind. The point you made, Donald, about kind of knowing that you had the talent and the success in you, and then trying to get that out of you onto the court and into reality. What is it like? I mean, it's difficult I guess the best way to put it is it's difficult for maybe an amateur athlete to get over that hump to being a professional athlete. And you've been a pro for quite a while now. How did you get that to that point? How did you get it out of you onto the court and make it a reality for yourself?
Man, it was a lot of work, a lot of mental work, just a lot of just self-talk, positive self-talk, because when you're out there and the same situations happen that didn't go well in the past, you start to have the same thoughts, but to kind of change those and think of things new and just doing different things, because you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. That's absolute insanity. So to do different things and hope for something better. And so far it's been working, and hopefully it continues to work even better and go a lot further.
And for all young athletes out there, I mean, that's really what it is. You made the point. It's mental. I mean, there's plenty of people out there who have the physical attributes and physical talent to make it on the next level up from wherever they're playing now. But to get and to become mentally tough, I guess, is what we're talking about, and persevere when you have some adversity in front of you is really what it takes, right?
100%. To be honest, I mean, at this level, everyone can play and hit the ball great. So you have to do something a little different than that, above and beyond. So I think most of it's between the ears and just competing hard and fighting and just handling the moments, the pressure moments better, because those are going to happen, and it's whoever handles those better in any sport. But tennis, you can actually win more points than the guy and lose the match. It's one of those weird things. So you just kind of play the right points right. The important points you need to win.
We got Donald Young here on the Bossman Show, the 50th in the world. See him Atlanta this weekend. Atlantic Station people, come out and see Donald Young play for people. You're going to enjoy it. Now, DY, I know, tough loss at the French, the Ferrer in the fifth set, but you fought hard, man. You still fought hard. Wimbledon against Nadal, you could have went away. You still fought hard. The fans cheering you on, man. So I think just seeing how you're fighting, and people tell me about you, DY, is that your friend fights. Everybody tells me your guy fights. He don't give up, which is a testament to you, man, because people seeing it on TV how you're still in the match. You know it's not going well, but you're trying to find a solution to do it. You're still playing your game. You're doing what you do well. You're worrying about what you do. You do the best. So how does it feel when pit fans tell me or feedback and say, hey, they see you're a fighter? Does that make you feel good? Wants to feel vindicated again that, hey, the mental work you're doing is working, that I'm still out here hanging in these matches, not letting these guys get in my head. I'm still trying to do everything I can to make these guys uncomfortable and win these matches.
100% it does. Yeah, Jared, that's a good point, because early in my career, that was something that was not a thing you could say at all about me. It was more so you get on top of me and I'll fold and it's gone. But again, you see all the best players in the world, and that's what they do. It's a little easier for them because they've won a lot, so you have a lot of those memories to go off of, But it's just what you need to do. You compete your butt off, and at the end of the day, what else do I have to do? This is my job. This is what I've chosen to do. I love playing tennis. And a friend of mine always said, what else better do you have to do? And that was a really good statement. There is nothing else better. So when I'm out there, I'm playing 100%, and it would be a crime not to do that for my fans, myself, most importantly, my coaches and team, and people who support me. So I try to give it my all.
And speaking of the Roland Garros, bro, I was in the hospital doing that whole situation, but seeing you go on that run with Santiago after that Ferrer, you could have been like, nah, I'm done with double, screw this. But you and Santiago made that run to the Open final. You played well. And for you guys, you all still team together at the big events going forward, and you see yourself playing other smaller events? I know he's kind of a clay court guy, kind of a guy like that. So how you see Santiago's partnership going forward? But how is it to make that magical run and make the French Open positive for you? And even though you lost a tough match for Ferrer, but still, you got to the French Open doubles final. You can't take it away from you ever in the rest of your life.
100%. Yeah, it was great. Like, if you'd have told me right after that match with Ferrer, I would be in the finals of doubles, I'd have taken that every day of the week. And, it was just a testament. And I think I actually played doubles the following day, so I was super sore and I wasn't feeling great. But I was able to go out there and play well, and we had a magical run to the finals. And like you said, it's something that you can never take away from somebody. Of course, I would have loved to get over the hump and win it, but at the end of the day, if you would have told me again on Monday that I would have been there, I would have taken it every day. And as far as us playing, yes, we're definitely going to play in some of the bigger tournaments. We're going to play at the U.S. Open, some of the Master Series in the summer, like Cincy and Montreal, and then see how we can go, because we're 13 on the list to race to, or we were, to London. So we actually have a chance. So hopefully we can play well.
Now, Donald, there was a pretty fair amount of debate about the conditions at Wimbledon. What were your feelings on that? Some people have even said that Roland Garros played faster than Wimbledon, and you got to tell us that ain't true, right?
Yeah, I would like to say that, but Wimbledon was playing very slow this year, actually. It's just total different bounces. Like, if you hit the right shots, it can skid through and go fast, but if you don't, it was sitting up, and it was a little slow. So the practice courts were even slower than the match courts, but luckily the match courts were a little faster. But I got a chance to play on center, and center was perfect. It was the court you would dream on playing, and it played just like grass should play. So, overall, I think it played great. It's grass, so it's tough to keep it super consistent because it's something you can't really control 100%. But, it played solid, I thought.
Now, D-Wise, leave the grass and jump to the hard courts right away. On this summer hard court run, what are your favorite stops, and what about each stop you really like about getting a feature that kind of makes it unique that you really like about each one of these stops you're going to play as you head to the U.S. Open, to your favorite court 17 out there?
Yeah, definitely. I have a couple of favorite stops I love to play at leading into the Open. D.C. is definitely right there at the top of the list. I love the demographic of the fans and the crowd and the places to eat. It's just a real chill place, and it's awesome. The court is great. It plays just right. And then moving on, obviously you have those match series. I love playing in Canada, which is awesome. And Winston-Salem, which is another great tournament. It's close to Atlanta, so a lot of family and friends come down. And then obviously when you get to the U.S. Open, it's money. I love court 17. A couple guys have sent me and said my hashtag during that should be Mr. Court 17. So, but I love it, and I love the Open in general. So any court I play on there, it's a privilege and a pleasure to play.
So, Donald, seeing a guy like Fed winning Wimbledon at 35, Venus Williams still out there at 37, looking at your career, seeing so many guys in the top 100 on the
Hello?
I think John got sniped.
Oh, yep. I got you back. I got you back now, boys.
Okay.
Did you have a chance to hear that question, Donald? Did you need me to repeat it?
You talking about Fed and Venus, like with their career lasting longer and playing well?
Yeah, just in general terms, seeing these players that have had long-term success and longevity in their careers. Looking at your career, you see yourself having another decade on the court playing at a high level.
Yeah, it's crazy what Fed's doing, and Venus, they're absolute, icons and great players. But definitely there's a lot of guys that are well into their 30s playing better tennis than they ever have. And for me to still be in my 20s, it's great, and it gives you a lot of confidence and belief that you can do it, and your best tennis is in front of you. And I firmly believe that. Obviously I don't have a choice to think that, but it's not just saying that because that's the only option I have. It's something I truly believe that my best tennis is in front of me, and I hope to continue and keep doing better things.
Okay, now
D-Y, I missed my 20s, D-Y. I missed it. I'm 30 now. I missed my 20s. Already I missed it.
Listen,
That 3 looks weird to be like, you're 30 now. Lord, I missed 29 already.
JR, I'm going to put this out there for you boys, okay? I'm pushing 40 hard, okay? So my next birthday is going to have a 4 in the front of it. So you say you missed that 2, JR. I'd be missing that 3.
I hear you.
So, DY, I know that everything we talked about during the interview up to this point has been extremely important, but what we're going to talk about next might be a little bit more important, and that is wrestling. We got to get into some wrestling, man. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I understand that you're somewhat of a wrestling fan, aficionado, and we have the Boss Report on the show, and you may or may not have heard some of the Boss Reports lately. We've had some instances where we've talked about stories in which, you know, people are just doing random wrestling moves out in public, like they get bad service at a fast food restaurant, and next thing you know, somebody's dropping a Stone Cold Stunner on the worker or something like that. So that being the case, I need to get from you, if you were in a situation like that, what would be some of your favorite wrestling moves to drop on people, and maybe some of your favorite wrestlers of yesteryear and today, and just give me a little breakdown on that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. You know, the Rock People's Elbow would be nice. I mean,
People's
there's
Elbow,
a lot of stuff.
that's a good one.
Yeah, the People's Elbow. Yeah, it's just crazy to see some of the guys still out there wrestling that were doing it when I was a kid and younger, and you know, just stuff that's going on, and they're still able to be out there, like actually doing it with all the nicks and bruises that they've had. So, in that instance, it's great, and to see some of the same guys like in different parts of it, you know, either doing commentating or whatever, or you know, running it or whatever the situation is totally different. It's cool to see them progress as well. Like, as I've progressed in my life, they have as well.
Okay, so I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to go to you first. Single word answer. Your favorite wrestler as a kid was who?
The Rock.
The Rock. Okay, DY, same question to you, sir.
Yeah, it has to be The Rock, but another close second would have to be someone like Booker T, Kurt Angle type thing.
Okay, now I'm gonna date myself real bad here, boys. But my favorite is the Junkyard Dog. You guys remember Junkyard Dog?
I've heard the name.
Dude, you gotta look it up after the show. Go look up Junkyard Dog. He was the best. He wore this big, huge rope chain right around his neck. You know, like that was his collar, and he was the best. He would get down on all fours and like act like a dog in the ring, and he was tough too, dude. That was my dude. That was my dude back in the day. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Now, DY, John, I want to share with you a story. It'll be on today's Boss Report. Here we go, guys.
This is a little preview for you here, DY. This is what I deal with every week. Okay?
This is what John will tell you about. Florida man was arrested after running nude through the hotel, pulling fire alarms, spraying guests in the face with fire, and finishing them off with stone cold stunners.
That's too much.
So, all right. So listen, here's what we're gonna do. Next time you got free time when you're on tour, hit us up and let us know. And you come in, and instead of doing the interview, we'll do you do a Boss Report with us. Okay? You do a Boss Report with us, and we roll through and we do these stories. And we analyze them. So in this instance, I have to analyze the story that JR gives me. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is, Florida man is naked. That's just what he does. Okay, that's not even like something that would be alarming to me at this point. Having done these Boss Reports for 5 years, Florida man is naked. That's standard. Okay. Wow. My question is, why is he stone cold stunning people as he's running through the hotel? Like, what did these people do to this man? Nothing. He just went on a stone cold stunner spree, right?
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, for real, you got naked dudes pulling fire alarms, spraying guests with fire, and stunning them after that. Like, haven't you done enough damage already? But my
why the only thing worse than getting a stone cold stunner is getting a stone cold stunner from a naked dude. That's it. That's the only thing that's worse.
100%.
Yes, indeed. Woo-wee. So, D.Y., after the U.S. Open, D.Y., whenever you just take that break before you go over to play in China at the Shanghai Masters and all that, or Tokyo, whichever one you choose to do, we got to get you on for the ball sport, man, after the Open, man.
That sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, indeed. Well, bro, I thank you for being a friend of the show. Come on, giving us your time, man. Look forward to seeing you Saturday and cheering you on at the ATL Open, man. And good luck in there. I'll see you Saturday, man.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. See you Saturday.
All right, folks. This is Don Young here on the Bossman Show.
3,
all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, a Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
folks. Back here on the Bossman Show. We've had on Paul Weir in Mexico. Donald Young playing in the Atlanta Open coming up next week. And we're going out to the Bay Area, News Group sports columnist, Warriors beat writer, author of a new book called The Miraculous Rise of Steph Curry. It's the man, myth, the legend. It's Marcus Thompson on the Bossman Show. Marcus, what's good in the Bay Area, man?
What's up? I was just wondering if me being on the Bossman Show makes me a boss too. That's what I need to know.
Yes, it does.
Am I a boss now?
Yes, you
All
are.
Right, I'm a boss then.
You a boss.
I'm with
the
that.
boss, Marcus Thompson. There you go. Or do it like Rick Ross, Marcus Thompson, boss.
That's too funny.
Hey, it might not work with the wife though. She might be like, "Who? You what?"
She knows it's just the shtick, you know. I'm like, hey man, that's just a personality. You know I love you, baby.
I got you, man. Hey, congrats on the book, man. So tell me, man, what inspired you to write this book and share the inside account you have from covering the Warriors from your perspective as a first-hand account and the guys from the organization who shared about the rise of Steph Curry and seeing him grow as a player and an individual and into a family man, now almost a global icon now.
You know, I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. What inspired this book was that somebody wanted me to write it, and they was going to pay me. It's like, hey, man, we need a book about Steph. We're going to pay you to do it. I was like, let's do it.
That's the best inspiration
that was the inspiration.
You can have. Yep.
Right, that was it. I mean, it is a great story, right? It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of, you know, the NBA's version of the little engine that could. Right, it's got a little bit of overcoming adversity and celebrity. It's a little bit of a peek, you know, into the life of somebody, and you know, get to know who he is behind the persona. It's it's a lot of like behind the velvet rope of like inside the Warriors locker room and behind the scenes and all that. So it is a great story there. But you know, I was motivated by the check.
Now, at what point did from your perspective did Steph Curry get over these past foot and ankle issues and kind of start to believe he was fully healthy and on his way to becoming a superstar and that global name that he has now become to millions of people?
I think Steph might be one of those dudes who like always knew it and everybody else was tripping. You know, like I've been a star and y'all need to figure it out. Like there is a bit of that in him. Like he always thought this was him, and he just needed to show it. But I do, on the other flip side of that, I do think there were some, like, realization moments. When he dropped 54 in Madison Square Garden in February 13, like, that was that, oh, wait, hold on. Especially when you see the list of people who dropped 50 at Madison Square Garden, you're like, all right, man, who does that? People just don't do that. And then the 2013 playoffs, when he just went off and he was dropping 20-point quarters, and they upset Denver and put a real scare to San Antonio. He was the best player on the court for much of it. Like, that's where you can see, like, this dude, like, he's special. Like, this is not just another good player. This is one of those guys who can really dominate a game. Because there were just moments in the game where the littlest dude on the court was the best player, and there was no questioning about it. I think that's what I knew, like, he would be next level.
We got Marcus Thompson, the boss, here on the Bossman Show with JR and John.
Boss now, baby.
You got that right. Hey, you put that on your Twitter handle, boss. Like, put that in your name,
know,
Marcus
right?
Thompson, boss. Like, for real. Like, there you go, man. So, man, how enjoyable his run been the last 3 years for you to cover the team on a daily basis? We got parallels of Draymond, Steve Kerr, Iguodala doing his thing, Steph, now Durant, you know, all different guys who always have great takes on stuff, whether it be political, personal, basketball off the court. So come to work every day knowing that you might get a good comment or a good quote to run with. How's it been for you these last 3 years? And seeing them win most every night as well. How's it been for you, man?
And this is why we do it, right? This is why I went to journalism school. It's crazy too, because like when you look back on, you know, the Cowboys and you read the books about the Cowboys, and it's like I wasn't around for the era, but I get to catch up. I get to learn about that from the people who covered it, and it's like it must have been insane to cover the Showtime Lakers, right? So sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm in that right now, right? It's like in 20 years somebody's gonna be like, man, Marcus, you was there the whole time. So it's really kind of surreal because you feel like you're in the middle of history. Like you feel like what's happening right now is stuff that's going to be documented and remembered and talked about in the next generation. So it's really surreal that way, especially when you get KD and everything is like, I mean, look at this team. It's an embarrassment of riches. On top of that, remember, I've been covering this team since 2004. So we also contrasting that with some of the awful basketball I watched for so many years, like some of the terrible franchises that I had to cover about. So we live in a dream right now, and it's going to be a dream for like at least 2 or 3 more years.
Saying, touching on all those points that you just did kind of makes me realize that maybe it was a little bit easier from the creative process of the book because of the openness of the guys, the characters that they have on the team, the amount of talent, the success that they're having. So was that part of it a little bit easier for the creative process of writing the book and, just having so much, as you put it, an embarrassment of riches of activity to pull from?
The biggest help was that I already knew Steph, right? So our relationship had been developed for since he was drafted in 2009. So I was covering the team then. So I didn't have to do let's sit down for 2 hours to get to know you, right? Like we've already had all those conversations. So on top of that, like I already know the other guys. Like I was there when Draymond got drafted. So I already had these relationships, which helped me start at second base instead of, at home plate. So those were big helps, but no question, like just how open they are, how willing to talk they are, how comfortable they are in their own skin, it definitely helps. You could literally ask anything. If it's crazy, they're going to look at you and tell you it's crazy and ask you, what the hell kind of question is that, right? But they feel cool about it. Like Kevin Durant had no idea he was that cool. You could literally go up to Kevin Durant and talk. We've talked about battle rap, right? Yeah, like, you can just go up to him and just talk to him, and he's always down to talk. We've already plotted out his podcast. He's like, man, I want to do a podcast one day. And I was like, here's what you should do, and we just throwing ideas at him. Like they're just to be as big stars they all really have this kind of down to earth, normal side. I think that's why they work, because they are relatively humble and unselfish, and they all got that everyman kind of vibe about them. So they're really easy to get along with, and it's just really hard to have beef with them. Like, you really got to be crazy to have beef with them, because even if they don't like what you're writing, they still are cool with it because they understand how the game goes.
No doubt, man. Marcus, let me see this for you, bro. When did you know this team would be special championships? Did you know the first year Steve Kerr took over, this was a scary team? And also, looking at that current configuration of the roster right now, man, how many years will they keep on with this roster together? And is Lakers willing to go in that tax, knowing that the windfall's coming in 2 years, to keep Clay there, keep Draymond maxed out? How's all that going to work out in your mind, Marcus?
So as far as the first part, like I didn't see this coming at first. I thought they would be that team that would make the West Finals and lose, or make the Finals and lose. Like, in my mind, they skipped a step. Like, they were supposed to, like really they had a flip. Like, they won a championship in 15, and in 16 they choked one. I figured it would be reversed. Like, they would choke the first one because they haven't been there before, and then win the next one. So, like, you could see the potential was there, but when they won, that was a surprise. But as far as, like, how long they keep this together, it's going to at least 2019. And then really it's all on Clay. They got 2 more years because everybody signed, and then it's all on Clay. Does Clay want to go be the man somewhere else, or does he want to stay? And I think that's going to be the imperative decision. So I think it's going to end there. That's my guess. 2 more years, and then one of them will leave. I think they will still be good. They will still be in the title conversation. I don't think they keep all 4 together, because this year 1, and already the owner, Joe Lakers, was like, yo, that's a lot of money. So what's it going to be in year 3 once you start hitting the repeater tax and the cap's going crazy? I think at some point something's got to give, right? And I think in 2019 is where they say, Clay, we love you, but we not give you $30 million once you go to Lakers with Paul George.
Now, we touched on this pre-show, but, let's get back to it a little bit. Where do you think things stand with McGee coming back as the third center? with the market, kind of dried up or seemingly dried up. How shocked were you when Durant took less than his non-bird max to get back? Livingston, Iguodala. When will the cash in the max deal, I guess, when will he cash in that max deal, I guess, like Curry did? All these things are coming down the line. So where do you stand on these things?
Well, JaVale, I know, he had one of the best seasons of his career. He kind of resurrected his name. So JaVale is like that should be worth something, right? And I just think the NBA is that they don't value centers like that anymore. So he's finding the market to be tough. There's nobody out there with that, $5, $6, $7 million. And, he probably was hoping to get closer to 10, especially when you see Timofey Mozgov getting $60 million. A guy like JaVale, man, I produced for a championship team. That should give me something. So I think he's going to end up, taking the minimum somewhere. Maybe, it's not going to be a big deal, and he might end up coming back. I know some of his teammates are trying to talk him into just taking the money and coming back. But as far as KD, man, I was completely shocked. I still don't really understand why he did it, except the owner is like, hey man, this is my limit. I'm not going over $130 million. And knowing that, he was like, all right, I'll get you down to $130 million. But other than that, he the only reason he did it was to save the owner money. And I was shocked. I just didn't think he would do that. You see, Andre Iguodala went out there and pimped for every nickel. He played the game like it was poker, and they called his bluff, and he was like, all right, I might go to Sacramento. All right, Andre, chill. We'll give you your money, right? And he got every nickel he could get. Steph got every nickel he could get. So to see KD turn around and do that, I was surprised. And it actually, what it actually did was he earned his stripe as a Warrior, because really the reason this has all worked is because they all have taken an L at some point. Steph's been taking an L for 4 years. Draymond took an L, Klay took an L, Andre took an L when he first got there. So this was him saying, all right, I'm with y'all. I'm gonna take my L now so we keep the team together. I don't know how long he's gonna do that. I think he knows next year I'm getting that full max, that Steph Curry super max of $40 million a year. I think he knows that that's coming next year. Plus he got $300 million from Nike. But I don't know, man. He left $9 million on the table. So I know you deem me a boss, right? But I'm not that much of a boss yet to just sniff at $9 million. That's a lot of money.
Look, I want every dime on my contract. Yes. So to
right.
to my distributors, to my platform hosts, to my affiliates, I want every dime. And July of 18's coming up, so yes.
Every dime.
I want every dime. Look here. I'm fighting for thousands. He's fighting for me. I'm fighting for thousands, man. I got to get every thousand I can.
I'm not leaving 9,000 on the table. I might not leave $9 on the table. This dude left $9 million. Ooh, that must be another world.
Hey, look here. Think about that. You in Cali, man. You might have lost taxes anyway. That tax out there
right?
is horrible. So, hey, it might not be as making more money you make. That 13.1% tax is even worse. Oh, Lord.
Man, they talking about out here, it was a story out a couple of months ago that if you make $100,000 in the Bay Area, you consider low income. I'm like, well, that's just insane.
That's hurtful.
100,000 is low income. We in the bread line. Hey, where the food bank at? I make 6 figures. That's crazy.
Man, oh man. So Marcus, before you go, man, can you share with our audience here where they can follow you on Twitter, social media, and get your book from various platforms? So I want my listeners to go get your book, man. Check your work out, man. So tell the listeners where they can get your book at and follow your work at the Bay Area News Group, my man.
So, I'm always findable at Thompson Scribe. You pick the medium, you're going to find Thompson Scribe. Oh, it could be Twitter, Facebook, whatever, Instagram, I'm Thompson Scribe. The book is everywhere. Everywhere books are sold. It's Barnes & Noble, Amazon, your local bookstore, you name it. And if you're in Oakland, I got some in my trunk, but them $59.99. So if you want one of those,
plus tax.
I need that $59.99 in cash. In cash up front, and don't come with 50 because I'm not leaving $9 on the table. I need the whole 59.
You're selling them like you're talking about those rap battle mixtapes with KD.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I was inspired. You know, I grew up on Too Short slanging tapes off the trunk. So now I'm slanging books off the trunk. That's how we do it.
No doubt. Hey, Marcus, it's been great, bro. And now you a boss. Tell wife you officially a boss. Now we've bestowed the bossings upon you, my man. We got to do it again real soon, brother. Close season's getting started, man. When the Hawks play, are you coming to Atlanta when the Hawks play? You coming to Atlanta, bro?
Absolutely.
We got to get together
to Atlanta
then.
just because I need that new stadium. I need to check out that new arena experience. It looks fire in there. Like, all right.
Oh, yeah. Look here.
Right?
I am a first front row Hawks champion. That's what I do at the Hawks games. I'm a first row champion and hanging out with the people and celebrities. That's what I do. And you might see a reality TV show getting filmed while you're on the front row of the Hawks game. You know, you might see a rapper, you know, with his third different hood rat or thought. It's Hawk games for you, man.
That's how I go down. You know, I went to Clark, Atlanta, so I'm ATL bred.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So
I did my time.
AUC already.
Yeah.
So my man, right on cue. Hey, even better. Even better. Look here. I have been known to hang by James P. Bradley Drive and the old school Ware Hall. That's.
And I heard they was changing James P. Bradley Drive to your name. That's what my alumni newsletter said, that they changing it to your name.
They need to, because much as I was over there, I'm a star. Look here, I have some bodies over there.
So you got a body count over there. Huh?
Yeah, Heritage Commons. I know all of it. Look at the AUC was good to me.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Marcus, it's been great, man. I'll do it again real soon, bro. Have a good one. We'll talk to you down the road, my man.
Absolutely.
All right, for Marcus Thompson on the Bossman Show. Next is the Boss Report after the break.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consultant, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Bossman Show, great show for you today. Paul Weir in Mexico. We had my man Donald Young. We also had Marcus Thompson, the Barrier News Group, and now we go to the Boss Report. John, you ready for it, my man?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. We had a great show so far, so let's cap this bad boy off.
No doubt. Well, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. What the F? Aussie gentleman has his thumb replaced with a big toe after a bull attack.
This is okay. I'm gonna tell you the story. It's not that uncommon. I knew a kid growing up that he lost his, I think it was his middle finger, like the top of his middle finger, in some kind of like lawnmower accident, right? And so they took one of his toes and they put it on the top of his finger. Right? And you really couldn't tell, except if you looked at it real close, you could see like the scar from where the surgery was, and you could tell then when you looked at it real close that it was a toe on his hand. It was freaky, dude. But a big toe is different than like a middle finger toe, right?
Wow.
A big toe thumb is different than a middle finger toe.
You got that right. Man, oh man. Here we go. Florida man arrested after hiding Cookie Monster doll at the playground at his son's preschool to dish out later to secure time with the boy's teacher.
Wait a minute, run this one back real quick.
Florida man arrested after hiding Cookie Monster doll at the playground at his son's preschool to dish out later to secure time with the boy's teacher.
I mean, I don't know, dude. That's a pretty good plan, though, right? Like, I mean, it's ill-conceived, but it's not a terrible plan, right?
Exactly. Not a terrible plan, just poor execution of the plan.
Poor execution, yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. Incarcerated stack faces. O.J. Simpson almost pissed off his chance at parole over some contraband cookies.
Now, this is... dude, we could do a whole show on this cat, but if you're O.J. Simpson, right, and you screwed up your get-out-of-jail-free card once already, if I were him, I would be that close to parole or being paroled. I would sit in my cell. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I wouldn't do anything. I would just sit there and stare at the wall until they let me out of the gates. That's what I would do, because the only thing that you can do is hurt yourself by interacting with people. Just shut up, look at the wall until they release you, right?
Exactly. That's what I would do if I was.
I mean, like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I still can't believe that he got rung up the way that he did, in this whole situation that he's in jail for now. I mean, that was a really stupid thing to do. But man, it's really even more dumb when you've had the history that he has had with the authorities. So I don't know, man.
Exactly. Sloppy toppy seconds. Florida man named Tommy was arrested after getting busted receiving a double top off outside of Little Caesars while he drank wine and jammed.
Wait, did you say jam?
Yes, jammed, yes.
We'll get to that in a second, okay? Do you remember he was getting the double toppy?
Yes.
Outside Little Caesars?
Yes.
You remember what Little Caesars' slogan used to be?
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza,
Toppy,
pizza.
toppy. He was getting toppy, toppy.
Toppy, toppy, yes.
Okay, now back to the wine and jam. Is that something? Am I unaware of? Is this a combination that is in frequent circulation in the United States? Wine and jam, is that a new thing, JR? Am I missing out here?
No idea, bro.
Was he just eating the jam with a spoon out of the container? Was he putting it on toast with his fingers? Oh, okay. That must be the bougie way to do it, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
I don't even know, bro. Listen, I can't give him too hard of a time. I mean, he was getting the double toppy, so
Exactly.
What am I gonna say to the man, right?
Exactly. Sammy Sosa is with Neapolitans, John, transforming from natural chocolate to scary vanilla to now Pepto-Bismol pink. What in the shit is wrong with this man?
This stems from that ESPYs appearance, right?
Yes.
Like, what? That was pretty freaky. I have to admit. Like, I hadn't heard that dude's name. I don't know, JR. How long has it been?
Yes.
Almost 10 years.
Yes.
Since he's been around, and usually even after the fact, like Canseco, you hear Canseco's name all the time still. McGuire, not so much, but the guys from that era, you'll still hear their names periodically. But Sosa, you never heard anything about him until he just randomly shows up during the ESPYs, looking like you said, a Pepto-Bismol bottle walked out on stage.
Yeah, terrible. Florida guest choir director on the loose after leaping from choir stand over the pulpit, the clothesline pastor doing a sermon about fornication and celibacy.
Dude, if you just close your eyes and visualize that scenario playing out, it's hilarious. Like, it's almost like a scene from a movie, right?
Exactly.
Like, I could just imagine, with the choir robe on, coming over top of the pulpit and just clotheslining some dude. I mean, I don't even know. Like, did the choir stop singing while this was going on, or did they just keep going? Like, was there music in the background? I tend to think that the music probably just kept going, at least for a little bit, right?
Yes, it did. While the pastor was down.
You don't just, like, the choir just doesn't stop. They just keep going. They're there to sing and play, they're not going to stop for that. It's just like the dude was getting a beat down to some gospel.
Exactly. Oh my God. Must be nice. Cali teens win the lottery twice in 1 week and bags $65,000.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I heard about this one out in my travels, JR, and I don't know, like, hitting the lottery twice in 1 week, regardless of the jackpot prize, it was in 1 week, right?
Yes.
I mean, literally, that the odds on that have to be astronomical. They have to be completely astronomical. I was at the gas station last week, and some dude ran his ticket through the little scanner thing, and he won $1,500. He was, like, shocked. He did it like 3 times, and he couldn't believe it, This cat, I mean, what do you do when you win the second one? Like, you already freaked out because you won the first one, right? You got all excited. The second one, you're just like, oh, all right, sweet, I did it again.
Exactly. And this is a story we've heard previously with DY, but Florida man is arrested after running nude through the hotel, pulling fire alarms, spraying guests in the face with fire, finished them off with stone cold stunners.
So the one thing I didn't get into on the story when we spoke with DY was you said that he was spraying people in the face with fire?
Yes.
Okay, now the question I had on this was he doing it like from his mouth, where the guys like drink 151 and then like spray it out, or was he like, did he have some kind of device like a blowtorch? Dude, that's crazy right there. It's one thing to like be butt naked running around pulling fire alarms. You start spraying people in the face with a blowtorch, you could do some damage, bro.
Exactly.
And on top of that, you don't want to be playing with a blowtorch when you're naked. I'm just going to put that out there. You could scorch the earth down there, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. My man, exactly. We have this. Texas woman is arrested after slapping flight attendant and banging on cockpit door after being refused alcohol and an opportunity to top them off right.
The quote-unquote, that's going to go down in Bossman Show history. Quote-unquote, the opportunity to top them off right, JR.
Yes.
So whenever there's a story now from here on out where a woman is upset because she was denied, we've had these before, where she was denied access to the ding-dong, she is going to be dubbed to have been denied the opportunity to top them off
right.
Yes.
That take alone is the best part of that story. We got what we need for that story right there. We got what we
Listen,
needed.
some of these ladies out there, man, they get militant when they don't get access to, you know, what they're looking for, I guess I can say.
Yes. Here we go. Movie night turns violent after Florida woman attacks husband with a sword over repeated farting, alleging that the hot dog and popcorn combo went south on him, and wife retorted, "That's why I don't give you no oral, because you nasty down there."
I can't even, dude. You lost me when you told me about the hot dog and popcorn combo. Like, my man is just cracking them off, bro. Like he's working at BSA Atlanta. I mean, and she straight up told him, man, she is not going south of the border because of that. Oh my god. And she attacked him with a sword?
Yes.
Or was vice versa?
She attacked him with a sword at the movie theater. They have a sword at the movie theater. Why?
Well, I don't. It's the Boss Report. That's all I can say about that. Who knows? Think about some of the weapons that we've had over the years and where they've been pulled from. Like, that is one of the main questions that I have sometimes with the Boss Report stories. Is like, how did you why did you have a pipe wrench in the middle of Piggly Wiggly? Like, what? Like, why did you have this weapon in this location?
Wow. Ooh, heck of a story already. We got Rhode Island Taco Bell customer arrested after going on rampage bashing workers with bats over wrong order issue, which was hard tacos instead of soft tacos.
Listen, I'm gonna put this out there, JR. Soft tacos are trash. Okay, if you get the soft tacos, I can't mess with you. You got to get the hard tacos. That's all I'm saying. And preferably, you should be eating the Doritos Locos taco, right? Yeah, the nacho cheese. I'll mess with the Cool Ranch once in a while, but mostly it's the nacho cheese. I don't know. Their soft tacos to me are trash.
Exactly. And we got this. Florida couple arrested after busting caps and babysitter and flings asses after coming home to see their 4-year-old son bashing the heads of his 9-month-old triplet siblings with wiffle balls. Said a babysitter was getting piped in the bonus room while listening to Marvin Gaye.
Like they had to throw that part in at the end. Okay, like zero relevance to the story whatsoever. Getting piped to some Marvin Gaye, like you had to throw that in there. So you get the only reason that you throw the Marvin Gaye thing at the end of that story is to kind of like set the mood for the kind of piping it was, right? Like
Exactly.
So you knew what was going down in there. For it was just there was some Marvin Gaye involved. Okay, all right. Now I know why she didn't hear this going down, because it was on. And then this kid is just filming his brothers and sisters with wiffle balls, like
Yes.
It's like it's batting practice, and he's firing off fungo shots to the hot corner. Like, I don't even know, dude. This is actually, I think, might be better than or on par with the kid that was, pretending he was a robot Zumba cleaning up the floor when the babysitter was getting the business. And the other kid, what was the other kid doing? Oh, remember that one?
Getting chopped off by the dog.
Yeah, getting topped off by the dog, and then the little baby was just like rolling around on the floor, pretending he was a robot vacuum or something. Stupid. I don't even know, man. Hey, you got that Marvin Gaye though. You gotta do what you do.
And final story about the day is this, John. Oregon mom arrested after towing kids in a red wagon behind her car. This is a legit question, okay? Was it punishment or was it for fun? Did not say the story. Because that makes a difference. Like, if there's two types of stupidity here, right? You can either just be trying to have fun with your kids and it was a really stupid idea, or you were trying to punish them and it was a really stupid idea. So either way is stupid, but there's different scenarios that play out. I don't even know, bro. Like, what do you do when you hit the brakes? The kids just come flying into the back of the car. I think so. I don't know. This was a report not as long as some of the ones we've had, JR, but definitely packed with quality. Exactly. And which story is going to stick with you the most out of this report, man? I have to go with the babysitter one again. I mean, these babysitter stories, JR, they're fantastic. Like, I frankly could do one every week. I really could, because it's just like so many layers, because the kids are, I just have these images of the kids going crazy in the living room and babysitters in the back with Marvin Gaye, and it's just... This kid's bashing balls off his siblings' head. Yeah, he's just piping shots down to second base, practicing turning double plays out there. I don't know, man. I love him. Yes, indeed. Well, folks, I tell you what, the question for you this week, we had Paul Weir in New Mexico. We had Marcus Thompson, Bay Area News Group, and we had Donald Young. So, folks, check out the Bossman Show, Bossman Radio Network, BossmanRadioShow.com, Bossman Radio Network. We are out. And if you don't know, now you know.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consultant, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academics.com. and athleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.